Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about the new chapter environmental issues. What is our new chapter? Environmental issues. Very, very important chapter. Why? Because it's a general and what is going on in the present in our society, in our world. Okay, that one we are going to discuss. It's a very general topic and a very useful topic for everyone, not only for your class, all the people, human beings who are living on the earth, for them, this is very useful. Why? Because it leads to environmental issues we are discussing. Okay, first of all, so a clean environment is very necessary to live a peaceful and healthy life. A clean environment. What is required? A clean environment be required to live peaceful and healthy life. But unfortunately, what is going on? Environment is getting dirty. So the environment is getting dirty day by day due to human negligence because of our negligence. That leads to what? Because of our negligence, facing environmental concerns, so many problems. What are the because of our negligence? We are facing air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, global warming, acid rains, biomagnification means DDT will be accumulate in the bodies, okay, of the animals. So eutrophication, you know very well, the dry ponds, lakes, deforestation, cutting of the trees, and these kind of problems very very dangerous. Waste disposal, ozone layer depletion, okay, and the climate changes. What you called climate changes? These all are majorly damaging like anything our atmosphere. So climate change. Once again, children, observe very carefully what are the present situation, present problems in our society. So environmental issues we are discussing our new chapter. So environment is my primary data like that great scientists people said. But what we are doing by seeing environment, we have to learn so many things, right? But unfortunately, what we are doing, we are damaging our environment. So clean environment is good for peaceful and healthy life. So unfortunately, due to our human activities, it is getting dirty day by day. It is getting what? Dirty day by day. So because of our human negligence, because of our what? Human negligence, what is causing? So environment, our earth is facing, our earth is currently facing lot of problems. What are the lot of problems? What are those? Air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, global warming, acid rain, biomagnification, eutrophication, okay, and deforestation, waste disposals, ozone layer depletion, climatic change. You know air pollution very well. How much carbon dioxide, how many industries are releasing in per day? Per day, you can't imagine that much pollution. So why water pollution? All pesticides, insecticides, industries waste, including rivers getting pollution, noise pollution, too much horn, too much industry areas, so unable to bear that sound. Even global warming, temperature of Earth is increasing. Acid rain, sulfuric acid, you know very well. Yellow rains, they are very dangerous to the agriculture and soil. Disturbs the soil properties. Biomagnification, DDT, like chemicals are accumulating in the bodies and getting toxic, poisonous. So eutrophication, dryness of the lakes, total ecosystems are getting damaged. Deforestation, now man population is increasing day by day. What is going on? Deforestation is going on. They are cutting the trees for furniture, especially. They are killing the animals. They are damaging like anything our earth. So deforestation, then ozone waste disposal, so much waste we are releasing per day. Electronic waste, radio, what you called radioactive materials waste, and what you called garbages, sewages, so many waste we are not able to properly disposing. So that is also causing pollution. Then ozone layer, ozone layer protect us from the UV rays. Now what is going on? Because of our chlorofluorocarbons, because of our man-made activities, what's going on? Ozone layer depletion is going on, and we are getting what you called pollution, what you called UV rays. Those are very dangerous UV rays. They will spoils. What they will do? They will cause skin cancer for us. Very dangerous problems. We can get it. So what we have to do? What we have to do mainly. So because of these all the problems, because of this all problems, climatic change. Climatic change leads to what? Natural disorders. Okay. So this all natural climatic change over the last few decades, the explosion of our planet and degradation of our environment, our degradation of our environment gone up in alarming rate. What do you mean? Degradation of our environment completely degrade. Alarming rate means what is that? Increasing like anything, rapidly increasing, not a degradation of our environment. So what we have to do? So when these kind of things are going on in the sense, that leads to natural disasters. You can't stop. What are the natural disasters? What are the natural disasters? Come on, tell. They are the flash floods, cyclones, tsunamis will come. So our actions have not been favor of protecting this planet. We have seen natural what you call disasters striking us more often in the form of flash floods, tsunamis, cyclones. If you don't take the proper measurements to protect this, what will happen? Our Mother Earth cannot bear this much pollution. Then that leads to natural disasters. What do you call? Flash floods, tsunamis, cyclones. Whatever. That is the threat to total human life only. So we had to start protection of our environment from today onwards. You had to develop or you had to think about our environment. Otherwise we will face so many difficulties, so many problems. Present day so many members are struggling for this because of this pollution. So many members are getting problems. Okay, so what we have to do? Come on, listen carefully. Every individual should be environmentally aware. So every individual should be environmentally awareness important. What is going on present environment, what we have to do, how to protect our environment, these all the things you should have to think, and you should have to work about that one protection of environment, regardless of whether they will work with environment issues or not. They are not completely those who are working with environmental issues, not other people also, other than those activities also. Okay, they have to work hard, they have to protect our environment. So every individual, what I'm telling, should listen carefully. Every individual should be environmentally aware. Okay, environmentally aware. What you call to regulate? Okay, to regulate regardless. Environmentally aware regardless of whether they work with environmental issues or not. So these are all the things you should have to remember. Okay, so every individual should be environmentally aware regardless of whether they work with environmental issues or not. So what are the problems? First, what kind of problems? I said no, air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution. First of all, we are going to depth. What is the root cause? What is the first problem to our environment? How we can stop? We have to think in that way. So first, we are going to discuss about what is called pollution. What is the pollution? Come on, observe carefully. Pollution is an undesirable change. What you call pollution is any undesirable change in the physical. Again, I am repeating. Pollution is an undesirable change in the physical, chemical, biological characteristics. Physical, chemical, biological characteristics of the environment due to what do you call it? This is a very important, due to natural causes and human activities. So natural causes and human activities, very important. Undesirable changes, which one? In the physically, chemically, biological characteristics of environment due to natural causes and human activities. Okay, so next, the agents which causes pollution are called pollutants. The agents which cause the pollution are called pollutants. Major pollutions are air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution. Okay, observe very carefully. Pollution is undesirable, harmful unwanted, okay, unwanted, harmful, undesirable change, physical, in the physical, chemical, biological, okay, characteristics of the environment. Undesirable changes in physical, chemical, biological characteristics of the environment is called what is called pollution. Due to how why these undesirable changes in the physical, chemical, biological characteristics of the environment, because of one is who human activities, another one is natural cause. Okay, another one is natural causes and human activities. The agents which cause the pollution, very important. The agents which cause the pollution are called the agents which causes the pollution are called the agents which causes the pollutions are called what are called pollutants. The agents which causes the pollution are called what are called pollutants. Agents which causes the pollution are called pollutants. This is important. Agents which cause the pollution are called pollutants. Okay, now classification of pollutants. What is this word? So there are pollution now many types: air, water, soil. Now we are discussing classification of pollutants. What we are discussing? Classification of pollutants. How many types of pollutants are there to cause the pollution? That one we are discussing. Very easy chapter. Very useful for you. What you called? Classification of pollutants. This is called classification of pollutants. The pollutants are mainly divided into two types. What are the major two types of pollutants? They are degradable pollutants, non-degradable pollutants. So pollutants are classified according to the type of environment. So types of, and this is affected. They are what you call mainly in the terms of ecosystem. In the terms of ecosystem, the pollutants. In the terms of ecosystem, the pollutants are what you called divided or classified into two basic groups. What are the two basic groups? Non-degradable. Non-degradable means it cannot degrade. And another important one is degradable. Non-degradable means rapidly, will not degrade. Degradable means which will be degraded by the microorganisms or by nature. So degradable again divided into. So based on the taken, time to take and the breakdown in their ingredients. So suppose slowly means it will be very what you call non-degradable means to break down these molecules it will take hundreds, thousands of years. Non-degradable. Non-degradable means which can take very fast to cut the particular proper what you call particular material. Then decomposition, degradation will be takes place in very fast. But in the degradable also there are two types. What are the degradable? Based on the time taken to break down into their ingredients, degradable pollutants are also classified. So how much time we will take? For example, take the DDT. It's a decades required to degrade this. But the domestic sewage like vegetables, what you call waste of the food, everything will be degraded very fastly, rapidly degradable, non-persistent. Domestic sewage, slowly degradable, persistence, DDT. So degradable again divided into how many types? There are degradable divided into two types. What are those? Rapidly degradable like domestic waste, sewage, slowly degradable or persistence. It will take decades of time to degrade. Best example is DDT. Best example is DDT. So these points you should have to you have to important. Okay, observe carefully. You have to listen carefully. Rapidly degradable and non-persistent pollutants. Rapidly degradable. Okay, these are can be broken down by natural process. Natural process we can rapidly degradable, very natural process. Okay, nature microorganisms enough to degrade that. Examples what I said, domestic sewage and vegetable waste are examples of vegetable waste are there or not? So these are non-rapidly degradable pollutants. What about slowly degradable? Slowly degradable means these pollutions are that remain in the environment for many years. Many years they will be living with us. Many years for degrading. Okay, so that is why very dangerous. So very dangerous for us. Okay, so these cannot be degraded by natural process. Once they what you called slowly degradable, slowly, very slowly degradable, many years in an unchanged condition, and it take decades or long to degrade. some decades they will be taken, slowly degradable. So that is why we have to think about this all. So next examples, what? DDT. Non-degradable means these cannot be degraded by natural process. This cannot be degraded by natural process. Okay, once once they are released in the environment, they are difficult to eliminate and continue to accumulate. So once they are released into the environment, difficult to degrade, they will continue to accumulate. So those are called non-degradable accumulation only. What you call that is what I said, biomagnification. So biomagnification. Okay. So examples like, what are the examples like? Lead, mercury, okay, cadmium, chromium, and nickel. Lead, these all are non-degradable pollutants. Non-degradable pollutants, very very dangerous. What you called pollutants those are. Why? Because they will accumulate. Biomagnification will be takes place. Next, air pollution. You know very well, first pollution is air pollution. Earth is surrounded by gases envelope. What is that gases envelope called? Atmosphere. The gases blanket of atmosphere acts as the thermal insulator, and the gases environment is there or not? That acts as a thermal insulator and regulates the, what you call, temperature of the earth by selective absorbing the, what you call, selective absorbing the UV rays. So selectively absorb, maintains that the gaseous cover will regulates the atmosphere temperature. They will be selectively regulates the temperature, right? So that's why that is atmosphere acts as a thermal insulator. Thermal insulator, very very important. Selectively absorbing the UV rays off. From where UV rays we are getting? Solar radiation. From solar radiation they will be. So this is a very very important. So the adverse effect of pollution includes depletion of ozone. So what is going on now? Because of pollution, chlorofluorocarbons, you know very well, refrigerators, air conditioners, spice jets, these all are releasing chlorofluorocarbons that is causing depletion of ozone, right? Depletion of ozone. So what will happen? And the refrigerator and global warming by elevated CO2, global warming, CO2 is elevated by industries, deforestation, partial combustion, that is causing the air pollution. So these are all the things we have to think about the, what you called, natural activities also there for air pollution. So we have to control this air pollution to live happy life. What I'm telling you is Earth is surrounded by gases envelope called atmosphere. The gases blanket of atmosphere acts as a thermal insulator and they regulate the temperature of Earth by selective absorbing the UV rays. So and rays and solar radiation. The adverse effects of the pollution include, what do you call, depletion of ozone layer depletion, or what do you call, chlorofluorocarbons, and global warming, okay, by elevated CO2. These all are causing, what do you call, air pollution. That is very dangerous for us because air is every turn required. Okay, children. So what we are discussing? Environmental issues we are discussing. So clean environment is very important for peaceful and healthy life. But what is going on because of our negligence? The environment becoming dirty day by day. So there are so many problems right now our earth is facing. What are those? Air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, global warming, acid rain, biomagnification, eutrophication, deforestation, waste disposal, ozone layer depletion, chemical changes. This all leads to, these all are there. Earth cannot bear these many problems. So what will happen? That leads to very very dangerous climate changes will be takes place, and that leads to natural disorders like flash floods, tsunamis, and cyclones. Every individual should be environmentally aware regardless of whether they will work with environmental issues or not. Compulsory environmental awareness should be required to protect our earth. It will be continue, the pollution continue means that will affects the total life of the human being. So you should have to be. So pollution means what? Undesirable change. Any in the, what you call, undesirable change means nothing but what? Physical, chemical. Okay, physical, chemical, and biological characteristics of the environment. So undesirable change in the environment, the physically, chemically, biological characteristics of environment changed in the sense undesirable, unwanted change in the sense that is called pollution. What's the reason of pollution? Human activities are there, natural causes are there. So pollution are called, which causes the pollution are called the agents. The agents which cause the pollutions are called pollutants. So mainly pollutions are three types: air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution. So classification of pollutants. Classification of pollutants. There are two types of based upon their what you called degradation, or what you called based upon ecosystem. Pollutants can be classified into two basic groups: non-degradable and degradable, based on the time taken to break down into their ingredients. Based upon the time taken to break down their ingredients. So non-degradable and degradable. And degradable rapidly and slowly. Rapidly degradable means non-persistent, like domestic sewage. Slowly degradable means persistence, like DDT. It will take decades to break down their composition. So okay, those are called slowly degradable or persistent. Example, DDT. So non-degradable means they won't degraded by what you call nature. Once they released into the atmosphere and environment, they will be accumulate. That's it. That is called biomagnification. Example, lead, mercury, cadmium, and chromium, nickel. So air pollution, gases. Our Earth is surrounded by which one? Gases envelope. Earth is surrounded by which one? Gaseous envelope. This is important, which is called atmosphere. So thermal insulators. What do you call thermal insulators, and regulate that atmosphere acts as a thermal insulator and regulates the temperature. Very important by absorbing the UV rays of solar radiation. The adverse effects of pollution include depletion of ozone. What is going on? What is the effects of pollution? Depletion of ozone, global warming. Why that CO2 is there or not? So industries, deforestation, partial combustion, increasing the what do you call carbon dioxide, that is leading to the air pollution. Okay, okay, children. In the next class, we will discuss about more points about the air pollution.